this keeps them from coming up over the top. That's funny. Yeah, just relax on that bumper. A friend of mine gave me the idea for this bumper. Yeah, and it's so soft. The only disadvantage is I never know when they're done because they just want to hang out there.
Flopped,
so, yeah. So Carol, this is what we do in the first step is to look at those front teeth.
Huh.
Does she chew on the fence?
She chews a little bit sometimes on the wood, I think.
Oh, okay.
She might chomp a little on the fence, not that much.
Because it's worn kind of unevenly here.
Yeah.
And then, and she's got a hook here, which is preventing the movement. So when we slide sideways, oh, sorry, love.
I see she bit her tongue too.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe when she was grazing too eagerly. So we slide sideways.
Hey, do grazing muzzles cause these issues?
I doubt it.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I was always wondering that.
She's opening her mouth on her own when I slide her jaws sideways. And rather than have someone hold it shut, I use this little thing because I really can't tell if her front teeth are too long or not. They're uneven. So this keeps her mouth shut while we slide it sideways. So it's going almost the width of a tooth before it separates. It's still touching here. And now it's separated here. So a tooth and a quarter. If it separates right away, it's 100%. That's that Mustang. And if it never separates, it's 0. So hers is about 40%. Which means they need to be shortened, but it's obvious. I mean, they need work on them.
Yeah, okay.
And
wow, so that would have been a lot more than 7 months. I mean, I've never seen them do anything on her front.
Yeah, that's why I made that model, because when I try to demonstrate that to people, especially people from a foreign country, and I'd try to say that, it's like, it's so much easier with a model. All right. So we'll do her front teeth first. This is so much fun. With the stocks, I don't enjoy it when I have to crouch in front of them. So this diamond-coated drum rolls this way, and then we'll go sideways to take it out. They're actually pretty effective, so you have to be careful. But let's do those. She says, yeah, but now we want to look at the angle of the front teeth. You see there's a little bit of a hook there still. And this is another design from my son. When I was trying to explain, you want to look at the angle of the front teeth. It's this angle right here. Okay, you can close your mouth. And we're looking for a diagonal like this, and also she has perfect angle this way. It points right at her temporal mandibular joint, and that's so much easier to demonstrate with these rods than trying to, eyeball it, at least for me. So many horses actually have angles like this, and that means there's a lot of correction to do, but hers looks good. So what we're looking at now is these dark lines running sideways, that's the secondary dentin that's filled in above the receding pulp canal. And that means she has plenty that we can take care of. Behind it are the cups, which are the hollow areas. And we'll take these off because these were low just from the way she was doing something. And then see what it looks like. You take a break, Isabella. So this right here is the brown line that we're looking at, the one that runs sideways. And we have plenty of space to go, which is always good to see. There we go. Yeah, so now they separate very soon. When we go sideways, they separate right there, which means her cheek teeth are touching right away. And they're about 90%. So I can slide them a little way sideways and then they touch. For a short period, from what I understand, when people that studied this realized that we were neglecting the front teeth, there was a over-enthusiastic response to take it down to, and a lot of people hit pulp canals, including me. And I always put them on antibiotics and told the owner that I'd buy the horse or pay for a repair, but that's painful to say, you know, I overdid it. So now I watch very closely, and that's the result of training from these academies whose graduates have to apprentice with another dentist. And so I pick their brains, and they teach me so much. And they teach me how to do these good dentals. Anyway, so that looks good.
Okay.
Now, when we take her cheek teeth down, we're going to erase some of that progress, because then they're not going to touch as soon, depending on how bad her cheek teeth are. Well, we'll know soon. Yeah, they do look good. She does have waves here, though, and you see this front tooth here, how square that is? So that could use a bit seat, which is a rounding of the front surface of the front square corner, because the bit will pinch. Yeah, it's tiny hook. And she has malocclusions, but they've done a good job on her. They look good. And she doesn't have any serious sharp points, so they certainly took the sharp points off. So I'm just taking off the high areas, and I'll draw that on the chart of what we're doing.
Okay.
That makes a big difference. So this one goes on the side of the mouth, and it cuts the sharp point, or the side of the teeth. So on this one, I'm going on the upper outer.
Almost done, isn't that?
I know, sweetheart. Now there's a little bit of hay stuck in one portion of there. I want to make sure there's not a cavity back there. I think it's probably just that's a piece of hay, and then it's high right there. And now it looks real good. But now they look great. And she just had a little tiny wave here. That's where it was white when I finished. She had a little wave here, and then a little wave here. And then she had this was a little low and had that little, not really even a hook, just kind of a ramp right there. And then this one was square, and I rounded that off as a bit seat then. So I took that down to where it should be and then rounded it off. And they were symmetrical on both sides. And they had done a good job. So.
Good to know.
And by 12, if they hadn't over the years done a good job, it's often apparent.